Good evening. Well, it was, I think, an excellent first half performance. We came in really connected with the task and creating chances early in the game, getting a lot of control on the ball. I think we have a really high percentage of possession in the first 45 minutes. Yeah, pretty much. Obviously, really effective in front of the goal. We got a fantastic lead, nice and early that give us the chance to control a little bit more the tempo in the second half. It was played in a little bit lower tempo the second 45 minutes. 2-3 chances to increase the lead, to increase the advantage. But overall, I think it was a fantastic day, a perfect day for the players. They have actually all the credit to be the ones who are lifting, for being the ones who are lifting the trophy today. As you can understand, we try to help them as a coaches, but in a space of 2 days, there's not so much time to make an impact. But they managed together to create a team, to have a good spirit, to face the game with professionalism, with ambition, and with good football.
Thanks, Coach. Members of the media, I'm gonna let you fire away. I handled round one on my own, so I'm just gonna let you go ahead and ask Coach, Skipper, and man of the match the questions. If you could raise your hands and just say which media house you're from, for the benefit of the players as well as the coach. Go ahead, use me.
Newsroom Africa. Let me start with you, Mr. Man of the Match, Lady Hlongwane. 2 goals. Firstly, how was your experience? I'll say first experience of senior football, and what was the experience like training during the week with some of the senior players that play for the different clubs? How would you rate this period for you, basically?
Good evening, everyone. All I could say, it's a great experience to train with the first team players like Sipho, like Temikosi Lodge, Tito, so far. So it's a good experience for me while I'm still a teenager at this age. That's all I could say.
Yeah, go ahead,
On that, any ambitions cracking into the first team there at Kaizer Chiefs? Do you have a sort of timeline for when you want to get into the first team, or are you letting the coaches handle that progression?
All I could say is that I'm letting everything to be controlled by God.
Jobin, you've got your hand up or no?
Yeah. I coach and both Chaine and Zwane. Congratulations on winning. I know you don't usually speak about individuals, but can you please bear with us today? You said it's for the day for the players to enjoy. Zwane was one of the players who enjoyed a lot. What can you say about his qualities from what you've seen in the past 2 days and the 90 minutes that he was in your team?
As you said, I don't used to speak about individual performances. Should I make an exception today to give you a good headline? No, I think to be honest, I think Zwane, Kekana, was in the first half. The 3 of them. They gave us a different level in the middle of the park. I think it was a space where the game was dictated and where they start to make the difference to finally find this boy and Rele and Ashley in the first half in really good positions. Also in the second half, pairing with Kekan, I think Zwane did a good job to give us more control of the second half, not really making mistakes in possession, really generous also to help our center backs in the last moments of the game in the second half when Magesi started to accumulate more players in the second line. So I think the middle of the team, the center of the team today was, like I said, crucial to dominate the second half with possession and to give us enough speed in the circulations in the first 45 minutes.
Looking for more hands. Bruno at the back there.
I don't think I need a mic, do I?
You can raise your voice or you can wait for the mic up to you.
Thank you. Brian again from SABC Sport. First, coach, I just want to talk to you about, just want to ask you a question around, Moko was part of the team last year, and he was part of the team again this year. And also in Mbogazi this year. These are the players who were promoted but are playing in the DDC team. Does that give you more options when you look at the sort of season you're going to have going forward this year? That is first to the coach. And then to a man of the match, Naledi, talk about you playing with a man that you played football with in primary school and finding yourself now raising to be at this level to play alongside him, and also coming from a dad that played football as well. How did you feel today?
All I could say, it was an honor to be coached by Coach Jose. Like, we started training Thursday. All I could say is that he's a great coach, and I could say that he showed that he could believe in me and pushed me on Thursday training and Friday and said, you can do this.
I want you to talk about, you playing with Philip Mofokeng amongst, you were players together at what, primary school?
Yeah.
And then you got separated, you went to General Smarts. To play with him again here today, and also, just like Mofokeng, your dad is also a former player, so how was the feeling and the whole atmosphere as well?
The feeling I could say, it was good. Because me and Mofokeng grew up together in Val. Since from primary, then he went to School of Excellence. Then I went to General Smarts. Then we played tournaments against School of Excellence. Then lately, during the year, then he went to Pirates. Then I went to Kaizer Chiefs. Then we became rivals. But today, we were in a great team today. Yeah.
Taking a few more hands, just a reminder.
I
skip
think
questions
there's- I think
from
still-
coach.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was a question for me also about Jabu
Kevin Mbogazi.
and Bokasi. Yeah, well, as everybody knows, the pool of quality, the depth of our squad is big. It's difficult to introduce youngsters in the regularly in the starting 11s, but not impossible, as other players are showing and are acting as an example for them, like Nkota, Rele, Tabiso Munjane. There's several names in our squad coming from our academy, so they need to be patient, they need to work, there might be a right timing also for them. Sometimes it's not possible to introduce all together at the same time, but I think so far the club is so happy with the two players that you mentioned before and many others.
I'll take 3 more questions, and if I could get a question for the skipper as well. Temba, Robin, Kamu, and then we'll wrap it up with you, Bruno.
Temba Shabalala, Joseph from Sports, to our man of the match and our goalkeeper. You got to play today. This tournament actually gave more exposure to Mfundo Vilakazi, who is now a regular in your first team. Uboni in 8 Hlongwane today, you go out there, unge form ile utlise game. And what have you benefited today except for the 100,000 rand? It's a lot of money. What's your plan for the money as a youngster? We came to saying just to the captain. You captained this team and a whole lot of young stars. What does that say to you about the succession plan in the South African football, especially if we've got a brave coach that says you are as good as you can play, and then he throws you in? I mean, you've seen what these young boys can do.
Skipper, I can start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I think for myself, even during the week, I thought about it in the direction that South African football is going. And you look at the All-Star team this year, with the amount of, say, young players that are there, and today they came out and showcased how much of a talented country we are. And I think we're heading in the perfect direction. They are really top players. For some people it was a big surprise, but for the past 2 days that we trained, when the coach could see how much quality these boys have. We don't have them on a daily basis to train with them, to see them, but in 2 days, and today, day 3, you could see how much quality South Africa has, and I think it's all up to them, how much they want it, how much they want to push themselves to be better players, maybe to play in Europe, maybe to play in top leagues in the world. So, yeah.
Naledi, there was a question for you.
Kind of what's the question? Yeah, all I could say that the money that I got today, as my father passed away last year, I was planning to at least do a tombstone for him. Then the other one, obviously, I'm gonna give my mom. Then the other one goes to the savings account. Yeah, it was a great experience playing with the big players in the PSL. Like I would tell me goes. Then yeah, I'm fond obviously. Yeah, I'm seeing Joyle, because I've been training with him before he was promoted to the first team. Trained with him from under 17, 19, then DDC. Then he was promoted and went to the first team.
Okay, Juke, Kamo, and then unfortunately we're gonna have to wrap it up with Bruno at the end.
My question will go to you, man of the match in China. China, of course, we want to reflect back your career at Hlongwane and Sipho Chaine, and Cheaper, where things didn't go so well for you. But we look at the growth after, from him, come from those clubs where you were hardly playing, and then come to Pirates and look at what has happened, and then you qualify for the AFCON. What does it mean to you? Has it surprised the success of the head? This season, and also to man of the match, scoring these 2 goals. Do you think it will help you at some point that you might make your depart for a senior team? Or does it make it difficult for you to step up, looking at the team that is not doing so well? Yeah, we need to help it hard sometimes.
How you got it, Asip?
Oh, I think for myself, it's been a good experience. I think it's 2.5 years now that I came into another team, and for myself, like any other footballer, it hasn't been an easy journey. I can say it was tough, and for every football player, it's tough. For everyone in each field of life, it's always tough. But it's just how you persevere, how you work on yourself, how you try and get yourself better. I think at the end of the day, as football players, it's just the quality and your characteristics on what you work on, what type of player you are, and just working hard and trying to improve each aspect of your game. So yeah, that was it for myself. Coming from Southie, like you say, cheaper really, it wasn't easy, but I always tried to work hard to always get myself better.
As you were saying, like, if it's time for me to step up and go to the first team, yeah, I would go. Like, as you were saying, it's liking now. If I get a call up to go and train with the first team, I would go and take the opportunity to the boat with the boat.
Sure. I'm not done. Okay. You're done. Okay. Kamu.
Mike.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with Big Mike and then Bruno as well. So just those 3 and then we close the press conference.
Samkelo Mokhale FM. Felicidades por ganar el partido el entrenador. Second time around.
He's improving, coach. He's cooking.
Estás mejorando. Muy bien.
Coach, second time around, of course, the first time around, different players, different technical team. How was it now, second time around, with some players from the first time being retained and more players coming in a different technical team, to usher you into victory for the second time?
Now again, it's always a special experience. It takes you out of your daily routines with our club. Actually, this time we cannot avoid to be still involved in the Pirates schedule. Is not like the last season because we have a game just in 2 days. And thank you to the coaches, Coach Evangelos, Coach David, Coach Johnson, Ryan, and the rest of the technical staff, because they were helping me a lot, even more than usually this time, to manage to give the players a quality space to feel that we are going to an important game. And it's nice to meet the players as a human beings. I have the opportunity always to have a look of them when they are playing in their teams, in the PSL or in the DDC. But when you are close to them, when you can see them in the training, you see the way they interact with you and have the opportunity to guide them a little bit during these 3 days, it's always something that is not just one more game that will pass and is gone. This is one of the experiences in your life that will be there forever. You create good memories, and obviously, if in the end of the day, if you are the winning team, even better.
Big Mike?
Sorry.
Just go for it.
Okay. Good evening, Coach. It's Big Mike from my firm and Marau Sports. Just to follow up on the same question, but on a different note. You seem to be doing very well, with players from different teams. So do you see yourself going on a national team now, which is almost, a similar setup where you will have players from different teams, but yet now you're able to produce good results?
If I see myself going to
National team, coaching national team, yes.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
yeah, well, you never know. Right now, obviously, my focus is 100% in the responsibility that I have. Trust me, I have enough. But usually, national teams used to be for coaches with more experience, with more kilometers in this job. But it's also changing right now. You can see some young coaches coaching right now top national teams around the world. Who knows? I like coaching. Right now I like to do what I'm doing in Orlando Pirates, to do my best when I'm invited to do the same in these spaces, and I don't think so much about what's gonna happen in future.
Okay, Bruno, take us home.
Brandon again, once again. This one goes to Sipho Chaine. Sipho, when you look back to your career, already spoken about the movement you literally had all over. When we get it to 2013, when you're still playing for the Louis Botha School, to the player that you are now, and when you had an injury unable to break into the Orlando Pirates team, what have you learned throughout this journey, and where you are today, and what can we expect from Sipho going forward?
2013. That's far. I think for myself, I've always changed some different perspective on how I see it. And for me, from 2013, I think throughout my goalkeeping career, I've always been second best, honestly speaking. And I don't know how God has maneuvered this journey, but I've always trusted in Him. Looking back from 2013, breaking into maybe the Diski Challenge when it started, I've always been second best. And going into the PSL, I've always been number 2, number 3. And for God to use a platform like Orlando Pirates to make me play for the club for 2.5 years. I think it's something, if somebody would talk about, would say near impossible. When you'd say I've never been entrusted with that position, and for me to be here today in this position, it's by the grace of God. I can never say it's myself because I've never actually been in that position. So for myself, it's just to work on myself, like I always say. Always try and be better. Always push yourself to do better than what you did. Could be the captain of the Colin Black label, and tomorrow what can I do better to become a better Sipho Chaine, to become a better goalkeeper, to become a better inspiration to everybody who looks up to me. Thank you.
On that note, thank you.